Scientists have finally proved that magic exists. Hello my loves, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Jade and I help people reclaim back their power physically, mentally and spiritually. Now today, scientists have actually caught up and revealed that magic is real. So when I say magic, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, witches and wizards, seen in fantasy, novels and films. So even white rabbits being pulled out of hats, right? This is not real magic. So real magic is not what people realize. And there is a very good reason why Hollywood and the mainstream media present magic to be some airy-fairy, bullshit thing that you only see in fantasy movies. Because once you do know that magic exists, you can utilize it and you can use it to benefit your own life, to truly empower yourself. To understand magic, you have to know that everything in this universe is energy, vibration and frequency. Nothing is solid. Everything is energy. Everything is moving all the time. So every little thing has a blueprint. It has a frequency to it. And every single human being is capable of doing magic. So basically all it is energy manipulation. So magic is energy manipulation. And it is everywhere in this universe. It is everywhere in this matrix. The law of attraction, that is a form of magic because it's just manifesting and bringing in things to you that resonate on your frequency. So you're doing magic without realizing it already. So this is so empowering to know, and this is why, witches, the real witches years ago in the 1600s, etc., were killed. There were mass murders, complete genocide, because they didn't want this knowledge being carried on. They didn't want people knowing the truth of how they can actually use magic. And this is why witchcraft has been demonized by, the church, etc. But in reality, magic is neutral. It's a tool. Sure, you can use it for bad, but you can use it for good. And again, it's very hypocritical for the church to do that because everything they do in churches is all ceremonies and rituals. It's magic. They perform magic all the time. The Bible, that's channeled material. So it's a form of divination. So again, it's very hypocritical, and this is why you have to take off your blinkers, you have to take off the glasses and really think for yourself. And the only way you're going to do that is when you cut off from the matrix, you open your third eye, because this is the key, this is the gateway. You decalcify your pineal glands, and this will activate you. This will wake you up. I really want to recommend this book. It will be backwards, but it's basically called Real Magic. And this is written by Dean Radin, PhD scientist. Basically, Dean Radin, the author of this book, he is a PhD, a chief scientist. And he was secretly working in the US government on the Stargate program. So Stargate is the secret psychic ability program in the US government that they've been doing for many, many, many years. So he was a scientist working for Stargate. And there they were doing many, many experiments to develop ESP abilities. So things like telekinesis, telepathy, clairvoyance, all that sort of thing, psychic abilities on many, many people. And ultimately, after the years, he realized that this is what magic is. This is what every human being can actually achieve when they do the work, when they are taught how to do so, and when they have lots of experience, lots of practice, because obviously these things are not easy to achieve. And it takes a long time to do this. But the most amazing thing about this book is he proves it's real. And it just shows that our government don't want you knowing what magic is. They don't want you knowing this shit. So if you're a skeptic, buy this book, or if you're not, buy this book, and you'll soon see what human beings are actually capable of. But this is just like, you know, the ancients have always known this. This is ancient wisdom. So scientists are always like, you know, a bit behind when it comes to proving and finally accepting what the ancients have always been saying for millennia. And this is what's so exciting about scientists such as him, and also people like Bruce Lipton, when they actually prove it physically that this is real. This isn't just some woo-woo bullshit. So it gives further credibility to people who actually do work in the spiritual industries, who do preach about this. And it helps humanity as a whole, because it makes you wake up basically to who you truly are, because humans are incredible. Like, humans have the most incredible abilities. You can heal yourself, you can bless yourself, you can curse yourself, you can manifest your own reality to a certain degree, of course, because we're all together, we're all one unit. So this is why, you know, certain evil forces within this matrix, they do so much to brainwash our subconscious minds. So we all, as one unit, manifest a negative reality together. Because they can't create themselves, we can. We have that power, and they do not know. They don't want you knowing that. So I highly recommend reading this book, because this will really wake you up to truly realizing that this is real. Things like, you know, the funny thing is they show actual real magic in Hollywood films at times, in series, such as even Stranger Things with Eleven. What she can do, that is based on like real life, and there's been many whistleblowers that have actually said that Stranger Things was based on true events. I don't know much about the monsters, but the testing of children, making them have, you know, create psychic abilities, because a lot of the time they'll use these people in wars, they'll use these people as secret agents, they'll use these people as assassins, etc., for the government and, you know, top authority, you know, people, etc. So this is why they don't want people knowing this, because once you really cultivate your own psychic abilities, you are a threat and you are now sovereign, you are powerful, you now have your own self-empowerment. And this will really set you free in the matrix, as long as you don't get too power hungry and go to the dark side and use it for negative reasons. But this is truly the key, to utilize your own power, to utilize your own psychic abilities, but also having it go hand in hand with true morality, true compassion, the lights. As long as you walk the path of light, knowing your psychic abilities as well and cultivating them, then you're truly unstoppable. And this is what humanity needs right now. So this is why it's so important to not get caught up in labels, to not get put off by the word magic. You know, as soon as you even hear the word magic, you just think like, oh, it's just, you know, gay, unicorns, fluffy shit. But it's not. So this is what true occultists have always known. This is what true ancient gurus have always known, etc. So really change your perspective and paradigm on what magic actually means, what it truly means. This scientist, he basically spent the last 40 years conducting controlled experiments that demonstrated that thoughts are things, and that we can sense others' emotions, empaths, and intentions from a distance. That intuition is more powerful than we thought, and that we can tap into the power of intention. These dormant powers can help us to lead more interesting and fulfilling lives, etc., etc. So that's spot on, because basically with any sort of form of witchcraft and magic, etc., your intention is key. You always have to have an intention, and that is truly like, you are the most powerful tool when it comes to any spell, any form of magic, etc. You know, all the other things that you use, like crystals, herbs, you know, whatever you use, you know, they're just extra energy tools to, like, you know, harness that power more. But spells won't work unless you believe they're going to work. Spells won't work basically unless you have that focused attention, focused intent. And this is absolute key. And this is what this book has proven to be real. And even myself, I can justify that this is 100% true, just from my own personal experiences, and even meeting like certain people that are highly advanced, like martial artists, etc. I know a martial artist who is incredible, and he literally can do superhuman things with just the power of his chi, so his life force energy. He is amazing. I've literally seen him smash bottles just with like one tap, but like as if they were perfectly cut in half. You know, crazy things, like amazing. And this is more common than people realize. There are many people who do have superhuman abilities. Even people when they are in extreme danger, you know, when you get an adrenaline rush, or if someone you love is in danger, you can do superhuman things. There was one guy, a very young, skinny teenage boy. I think his dad was getting crushed by their car because he was underneath it, fixing it. And because he knew that his dad was literally going to die unless he lifted this car, he ran over and he was able to lift the car. Something that he should have been able to do, some skinny little, you know, teenage boy. He lifted the car off his dad's. And there's been many stories like this. So this just proves how amazing your body is and how powerful your mind is. And people like that, I mean, those sort of things work because you just do it. You don't think, you don't have time to doubt, oh, can I lift that car? You just do it instantly. So it's like a natural instinct that your subconscious knows that you are capable of doing. Even myself, I've done this, I've caught myself doing this like years ago when I first started working out. I remember I had a barbell on the floor and I didn't have a squat rack at the time. So basically I had to lift up the barbell over my head onto my back and then to do squats. And this is when I first started working out. So I would only use 20 kg. And for me, that was like, you know, a heavy weight, as I was a beginner. And I accidentally got the wrong weight. So without me knowing, I got double the weight. I got 40 kg barbell. And I picked it up. So I literally done a snatch and press over my head. And I thought, this feels a little bit heavy. And I just thought, oh, maybe I'm just a bit tired. And then I done 10 squats, lifted it over my head just about, and then put it back down. And then it was only afterwards I realised, oh my God, I picked up the wrong bar, because these are the ones with the weights already attached. And I realised, oh shit, it's 40 kg. Because I have quite bad eyesight, I normally wear glasses, and in the gym I don't wear glasses. So I picked up the wrong bar. But that just proves to me that I didn't know, because I believed it was 20 kg, I was able to lift it. Because if I didn't know that, if I knew, oh, it's 40 kg, I wouldn't even have attempted it. And I know I wouldn't have been able to lift it like that, especially do a snatch and press. So it just proves it. And I've done that many times in the gym, like accidentally, like put something on the heavier weight, like on cables, etc. Or I've like not counted things right. You know, I haven't done the maths right. And I was like, oh, well, that's actually, you know, 10, 20 kg heavier. So, but I was able to do it because I thought it was a lower weight. So this just proves your mind is so powerful. And this is because we do live in a simulation. We live in a cosmic simulated reality. And again, the CIA actually admitted this in another secret paper that got leaked, that we do live in a holographic reality. So this just gives you the right amount of truth to really understand that you can change your life. You are not stuck in stone. You just have to know how to alchemize energy. You have to know how to manipulate energy. And of course, it is so much easier said than done. It takes many years of practice, and sometimes certain things can hinder you, like such as diet or trauma. Massively trauma, even generational trauma, generational curses, hexes, etc. So everyone's different, so it'll be easier for certain people than it will be for other people. So you've got to work with what you've got. But it's very exciting to see that scientists are finally proving that magic is real, that it isn't just some, you know, a bullshit thing that only appears in fantasy films. You know, you're not going to get lightning strikes coming out of your hands like you see in Harry Potter and stuff. But you can visualize things, and you can tap into incredible abilities that the human body is capable of doing. And even our ancestors knew, you know, the ancient Egyptians, etc. They were far more advanced than people realize. And again, they secretly hide this from you. So this is a very important video to help you understand that magic is not evil, and it's not fake either. Of course, there can be people who do fake it, fake psychics, etc. But this is where you have to use your own discernment. I do have a free ebook on how to open your third eye, so I will link that in the bio down below, so do check that out, along with all my other services. So that is completely free, and basically it's the steps that I took to truly open my third eye and greatly enhance my intuition. So basically how to decalcify your pineal gland, because that is absolute key. So you have to basically prepare your mind, your body and your spirit. So this is why it's important to do shadow work and have a healthy body and a healthy mind and a healthy spirit, so you are then ready to start taking on more advanced spiritual practices and abilities, and then the real magic starts to happen. So I hope this video inspires you. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe, and also click the notification bell below so you don't miss my future videos. Much love to you. Ahimsa.